Hey guys, it's Sebastian, and today we're going to check out MGM Skyloft. Big favor, give this a thumbs up, and if you're someone new here, consider subscribing, but otherwise, let's go. In this video, we'll walk through the best ways to book this, the check-in process, a room tour, and then how we ended up using our dining credits. So what is Skylofts? This is a Forbes 5-star and AAA 5-diamond award-winning hotel. It's technically a hotel within a hotel, so there's 51 rooms in this boutique property compared to the 6,852 rooms with the rest of MGM Grand. Definitely an interesting pick for a birthday, anniversary, bachelor, or bachelorette party. In terms of booking, I'd recommend using American Express Final Tone Resorts. This is available for people who have the Platinum card and higher. By booking through FHR, you end up getting 4 p.m. guaranteed late checkout, which is surprisingly useful in Vegas because a lot of hotels want to get you out by 11 a.m. or maybe just noon. For this property, you'll also get upgraded to a better view, so facing the strip, a $100 breakfast credit per night, and a $100 dining credit per stay. Since we usually do one-night stays to review different hotels, this ends up getting you about $200 in dining credits. This is actually the reason Mandy and I stayed here, because we wanted to be pretty comprehensive in reviewing every single FHR property in Vegas. But how much does this cost? Vegas is very weekend and event focused, so on some weekends that are fight nights, hotels that would otherwise cost you $40 on a Thursday could cost you something like $500 on Friday. With that said though, Skylofts is still pretty expensive given the nature of the property. On weekends you can find it for as cheap as $650 per night. When I go to Vegas, I generally go to eat, so I treat the FHR dining credits like cash, so net about $450. With the booking, we ended up triggering the $200 hotel credit from the Platinum card and also the $200 one-time travel credit for not canceling the Platinum in 2020. So net is about $50 before considering resort fees, which still is quite a bit of a splurge because there are other FHR properties. For a lot of those hotels, you end up getting something like $150 in dining for a $70 stay that is subsidized via your credits. In case you're wondering about points, you can use American Express MR points and lock in 1 cent per point, but I wouldn't really recommend it. For MR points, you're generally looking for outsized value, so something like 2 to 3 cents per point. I'd rather save those points and then transfer them out to ANA, Singapore, Virgin Atlantic for first and business class because that just makes more sense to me. On a side note, if you do want to learn more about American Express cards, we have links on our website, AskSebby.com, and also down below in the description box. If you're someone interested in the Platinum card, we do have calculators on our site, so please make sure that the card makes sense for you. Also, if you are someone new to American Express, I'd recommend checking Card Match to see if you have the 150K offer. That's generally the best starting point for American Express. Card Match link will be down below. In terms of check-in, you have a private little area that is right of the main check-in area. Once there, you have someone that's going to call the team down to pick you up. They'll guide you through the VIP check-in lounge, and in here there are some free drinks, coffee, and snacks. Walking through this lounge area, you have some elevators, and the cool thing with Skylofts is that they have their own express elevators that don't stop at the other floors. This means that all you have to do is tap your card and it'll go directly to that floor. Maybe kind of a lame thing to be impressed with, but yeah, for me, it's not something I'm used to. Upstairs is going to be the Sky Lobby, and they can help you with a ton of reservations, and they also have someone on staff 24/7. Another cool thing they have is a pillow concierge, so they have a ridiculous number of pillows that you can try. We'll come back out here for happy hour after the room tour.
Who is it? Mandy? Oh, welcome to the MGM Skyloft. This is probably the coolest hotel I've ever stayed in and some of the best service out there. Let's do a quick tour and start off downstairs area. So right over here you have a very interesting statue. Apparently it's from a Japanese artist. People do end up stealing the statue, talking to their team, or like the figurines, which is kind of interesting, or intentionally breaking it. Over here behind the statue is a nice little work area if you want to kind of get away from everything. Tiny little nook. I think this is one of the more comfortable seats.
The giant MGM sign.
If you want to admire the giant MGM sign or the strip and sit here on the side, pretty comfortable. You have another gigantic window area, and same thing, enjoy the view. If you sit down and take a look up, you can actually see the bedroom area. And this is the rest of the living room. This couch, super comfy. Took this from upstairs, awesome. Desk is fine. I actually haven't sat in these chairs, so it's good, it's fine. The chair that sucks though are the yellow ones. This is the gigantic dining room area if you're entertaining guests, and we just spent the time working here. Espresso or coffee machine, depending on what you're looking for, as well as a bunch of other items, but these ones do cost money. Coffee and tea is free though. Another statue over here, and I think they glued it down because people either knocked it over or tried to take it. I love how big it is and the tall ceilings. I'm just not used to tall ceilings, so yeah, huge fan. I forgot about this, but there is a sound system as well as a TV over here. You can connect your own Bluetooth as well, so if you don't want to rely on their things, it's fine. Some cool artwork. This is the Bluetooth setup station. Coming upstairs, one of the really interesting setups is that you can actually see the shower area, and I'll show you guys what I mean. I'll hop over. Coming up here, you have the main bedroom. This is one of the most comfortable seats right over here. Do some reading or some working. Bedroom area, pretty awesome bed for the most part. One thing I really like is that they actually have a lot of pillows for you to test. So if you're someone who's very picky, you can pretty much select the perfect one for you. Charging area over here, not too interesting. One thing I'm not a fan of is that a few of the items are a bit outdated. You kind of see from this TV that when it's on, it's kind of pixelated. It feels like it's from 10 years ago. One of my favorite parts of this place is the bathroom, because our bathroom does not look like this. You have a gigantic mirror, TV behind it as well. You have this closet area that's pretty huge. Not used to anything like this. Toilet back there, which is not that interesting, normal stuff. One thing I really like is that there's a jacuzzi tub, and it's also an infinity jacuzzi tub. So plenty big to fit 2 people. I like how water can actually get up to the level that you would typically want it to, and not worry about spilling over because it spills over to this other cutoff area. Pretty awesome. TV over here as well, but yeah, you can see from this TV what I mean by being outdated. I feel like it's a bit pixelated. Over here is the shower area, and it's also a steamer. Shower's pretty awesome, tons of different options for knobs and stuff. Great water pressure and great heat. I like that the steamer was super strong, so if I was standing over here, I could not see you guys where the camera is. And you can kind of see the stairwell over here that we talked about earlier. All the amenities are from Bulgari. So hard product's pretty good, but I do wish that they updated a few things to make it a bit more modern. Huge though, which is awesome, and probably the best customer service on the strip, and we've stayed at a ton of other properties.
So every day there is a happy hour, but it's not free. It is a pretty nice place to hang out though if you want to talk to other people or if you just want a nice view. Lots of different options, whether you're focused on economic stuff or very, very expensive things. We asked a concierge to make reservations for Morimoto to use our $100 dining credit. We also mentioned that it was our anniversary, and they said that they were going to surprise us with something when we came back. Morimoto was hit or miss. First time dining here, but always was something that was on our list. It started out really strong with the appetizer. The Toro Tartare was definitely something that is on the expensive end at $30, but well worth it to me because of the experience. Not a ton of food, but really, really tasty, and presentation was awesome. The rock shrimp tempura was a pretty big miss though. It reminded me of something frozen from Costco. At 25 bucks, I'd definitely skip that one. Crispy whole fish was fine, but at $48, it felt like it could have been cooked a little bit better. It was a bit dry, which makes me think it was overcooked. Good flavors, crispy, a bit overdone for me. Dining credit effectively covered the meal, which was something that we wanted to try at some point anyways. When we got back, they mentioned that they could drop a bath for us as well. If I recall correctly, it was something like $40, and I'm guessing that they put some flowers and do a pretty nice presentation. For us, it didn't really make sense. If you do want to do that though, they take about 25 minutes, so they recommend that you go for a walk and then just come back. Walking into the room, we were welcomed with some chocolate-covered strawberries, some other desserts, and also champagne. Strawberries were amazing, and they actually gave surprisingly expensive champagne.
So they gave you the good stuff. This is complimentary, right?
This is complimentary.
Okay. So normally this would cost $130 a bottle. This won't explode on the plane, right? In the carry-on?
Most places we go to that offer free champagne for special occasions generally give you something like $5 or $10 bottles. This was a $60 bottle. If you visit, I'd recommend spending some time in the tub because it is quite the vibe. Next morning, we went to the mansion for breakfast, and we didn't know this, but you could have also gone for dinner as well, so we probably would have done that instead. The mansion is billed as the hardest restaurant to get into in Vegas because you either need to be a guest of Skylofts or the mansion itself. You can kind of think of the mansion like another boutique hotel, but even more exclusive. There's 29 villas that are for invited or approved guests of MGM. These are inspired by 18th century Florence countryside, and they have Western and Chinese menus. Western menu was pretty standard Vegas pricing for things like eggs. I'd probably splurge for the Mansion Benedict that's garnished with crab as well as caviar, given that the price is only twice as much and sounds pretty good. Other items didn't look that interesting to me, so we ended up opting for the Chinese menu. For the Chinese side, we really liked the abalone congee. Dim sum was pretty mediocre given the pricing and pretty expensive. Noodles were pretty good and had pretty good flavor. If we had to redo it, I'd probably get the Mansion Benedict and then the abalone congee. We ended up coming back to the mansion for a late lunch before checkout. Same as breakfast, there was a Western and a Chinese menu. Western menu had a burger that I just had to try. Looking at the ingredients, it seemed like something that I would regret not tasting. Extremely expensive, and I did expect it to be a flop, but it turned out really, really good. Tons of truffle on top of it, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was a loss leader. So a lot of good flavors. Fogwell was really good as well. I'm definitely impressed with this, and I think I'd get it again. Definitely a splurge and not something that's cheap, but yeah, ingredient wise, it was amazing. Chinese menu was a bit of a flop this time, so really expensive and nothing really blew us away. It's fine, but if I could go back in time, I probably would have told myself to skip the items we got. Maybe other items would be better, but didn't really seem that interesting. Again, if you want to book this yourself, I'd look for weekdays where it's as low as $6.50 per night. If you want to learn more about cards, whether it's American Express or some other issuer, we have links on our website, AskSebby.com, and also down below in the description box. My question for you is, how did you end up using your Platinum Hotel credit? Let me know and everyone else know in the comments down below. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and if you know anyone else who might benefit, share this with them because it'll probably help them out. Otherwise, hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time.
Hello. The mic is actually on me, so I don't know who you're talking to, Mandy, but welcome to the MGM Skyloft showers. Hey guys, it's Sebastian, and today we're checking out the MGM Loft in Vegas. Let's go.